Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Hinson.
And I'm Chris McGlynn.
This is Behind the Wedding Film. We're going to be taking wedding films from videographers from across the country, hopefully across the world. And basically we're going to sit down and watch them. We're going to review and just chat through the story that they're trying to tell. The point of the wedding film is a love story about the couple. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to just talk about a little bit on the technical side of what we think they shot with, their mix of shots from slider shots to gimbal shots to crane shots, what they used to tell that story, and then a lot of what the story made us feel, how they executed, occasionally maybe a tip of what we would have liked to see, thinking, from the viewer side things.
Right.
And we just want to build up the community of wedding videographers, give everybody kind of a place to learn. We're going to eventually be talking with the creators themselves while we're watching, and so we're going to get some good insight as to why they shot a certain way, what they did to prepare for it, what they learned in their career, what they learned from that particular shoot, and then just have a good time with them.
He's a videographer. I'm more of a photographer getting into video. So we both love the technical aspects of it. Like he said, what gear they use. I'm very interested in the editing process, the post process of, the color grading. Did they color manually? Did they use a LUT? So, and we can get all into that. I know some of this might be a little too technical for beginners, but we teamed up together because we knew that being a beginner into video or photo, there's an overwhelming amount of information, and we just want to get professional videos out there, review them, get the videographer on the phone or on a conference call and just see just their thought process on the videos and behind the scenes of why they did this or that, because that would help you guys out, and it'll also help us out during the process of creating this content for you, so we can create better content as well, whether it's for this channel or for our videos, wedding, corporate events, in the future.
So this first video that we're going to talk about in this one is by Wise Films. I believe he's out of Baltimore, Maryland area. I think he shoots a lot of the Maryland surrounding areas. I've met him through Instagram a few years back. Been one of my favorite follows for a long time, just with his use of creative, stop motion, his transitions, and just the fun atmosphere that he provides in his videos and the way that he tells the stories of such fun couples and has a great time doing it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we're going to see some of that in this video, and we'll get started.
Yeah.
I like that kind of old school film look that he had for that.
Life is a journey.
That's an amazing venue.
Where you get to choose your own path. In doing so, you must enjoy the ride, and there is no doubt that the two of you will do so.
That's really cool.
Yeah, nice shot. That's really cool. I wonder if he used a glass or something, glass bottle.
That's what I'm wondering, if it was a natural lens flare, one that he created, or if he threw it in afterwards.
There was an excitement in his voice that I don't think I'd ever heard before. And, it was at that moment that I knew we would be standing here one day celebrating.
So the cuts to the black and white is really interesting, and I love that. And then I really love this.
31 for apartment 131, 14 for the day, and
It shocks you, but it's like it's showing you that it's a different moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an extra B-roll over the top of the main story.
And that's cool.
Yeah,
a lot of cinematic cuts.
Yeah,
with some standalone, tripod shots, but he makes it interesting with the black and white.
Yeah. Well, I love going back to that one that's sneaky, kind of shooting through what looked like a bookshelf.
Right.
Palace of knowledge here, where many stories are written.
Some sort of library. I guess then.
That's currently being written, and it's the story of us. It has settings like California.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
I like the stop motion, and he mixes frame rates. So the dancing, he kind of speed ramps it and then slows it down.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if he's shooting in 60 frames or 120 frames.
I'm gonna take a guess and say 60.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I like that. I always love a good showing the wide of a decoration or a ring, and then you crop into that macro shot.
Yeah, for sure.
And you can see it in his eyes that he loves her.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always
It's
number one.
always important.
Yeah. Not just for the wedding, but to get that on film.
Right, for sure.
You can tell they actually love each other. It's not just going through the motions. Let's see, there's another kind of old school. Probably put a
Yeah,
film
he has a
preset
lot
over
of
it.
cool like filters, but then also cool like angles that you would have never,
Yeah, like that.
I feel like
yeah.
I would never think of shooting multiple angles, but then he has your wide, medium, and tight shots.
It's cool. I always love showing a picture on a phone or someone
Right,
taking
yeah.
a picture while they're holding the phone.
Oh yeah.
That's always a cool shot. Sets it apart. So I'm getting the feeling there's a lot of travel involved in their relationship.
Yeah, and I wonder if they met traveling.
I'm hoping we figure that out. But the planes,
Yeah. And the maps and the
maps,
globe.
and I mean, his cufflinks that were little maps of
Right.
like, New York. He makes good use of angles.
Yeah, very good use of angles, very good use
Yeah.
of frame rates, like I said.
Yeah, it's not just eye level. He's shooting straight towards the
Yeah.
ground. He's
Yeah.
shooting up from the ground up.
There you go. Nice aerial.
Yeah. So unless they redid this and faked it again, he's flying that drone
Right, yeah.
while,
So that's
while
another
they're having their first moment.
That's another thing I'm interested in is how many shooters were there?
yeah.
Is it just him that he has to just remake some shots? And then what gear does he use? Because his low light quality is exceptional. Like it's perfect.
We'll have to go back to that shot. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think I know why he cut back and forth like that. Because the windows in the ceiling of the building looked like it matched up pretty well with the path.
Right,
Where they did
yeah.
that first look.
And that looked like a GoPro shot. Maybe
My-
a time lapse, was it? It was a quick cut, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it was, fast forwarded or a time lapse.
It looks like on that wide shot of the whole ceremony area, he kind of sets a blur above them, just to keep your attention away from
Yeah.
what doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which I like. It can easily be overdone or done in a way that's you're trying to fake depth of field,
Right. Yep.
but I don't think he's trying to accomplish that. He's trying to
Bring in that
draw your
focus.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
a little
that,
bit
yeah.
there. Yeah, and it makes you look at them.
For sure.
Yeah.
And another thing that I would have never thought to do in a video, but it's super cool to see it.
Yeah.
I dig that old school
Yeah.
grainy film look.
He doesn't overuse it either. He just throws it in every now
Right.
and then. It's super cool. And they seem fun.
Yeah. That's
that
always
flare
important
again.
to have a fun couple.
Yeah. It's got a nice backlight
Yeah.
on them.
That's cool.
That's awesome. I've seen some others like that from him where he does a lot of the ring spins, has them rolling into the shots.
Right.
I'll admit I've copied that technique a few times in my videos.
That's cool.
That's cool. So we got some crowd participation
Yep.
with the camera. She getting a little serious. A little bit more of that blur on the sides there,
Yeah. Yep. Even there.
which is cool, especially in the dance when there's some people dancing across there. You're trying to draw that attention to
Right,
that
for
one,
sure.
this one people there.
Good dancers.
Yeah, I know. I'm not getting on the floor with them.
Right.
And that's super cool that he ended with that same shot from above as he did before.
I like the fun font that he used. I think font's very important too in creating the story.
It definitely is.
But yeah, I mean, that was wedding goals right there. I mean, that was awesome.
It's awesome. I want to find that one shot going back and forth.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see if I can catch that a little bit. So he has this shot in the drone flying at least a few hundred feet above the air, but he frames it well enough that he can match what's with the grass and the path in the middle with this window
Right.
in there, and that has to be something you think about
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're shooting that. You can't just fake that.
So I wonder if
too
he
much.
location scouted maybe a few days beforehand or a week beforehand just to make sure his shots were perfect. Because, yeah, one of those shots I probably would have never even guessed to do.
Yeah. And just, I mean, he cuts between it, and that's, if you don't have an eye for it, you may not really catch that, but it's something that you catch, but you don't even realize you catch
Right.
it. Because it's a cool element. Your brain like sees those two line up,
Yep.
but it doesn't like catch that that's what's happening.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
paid attention to that, and to me that just says a creative creator.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinking about it beforehand.
Yeah.
It's not.
He's good at his craft. There's a reason why he's a successful videographer. I mean, he's thinking of things that, like I said before, plenty of times I would have, never thought of.
Yeah.
The stop motion, the, old school film with grain, the exceptionally well thought out, aerial / tripod looking up and then blending those together. Super cool shots.
Yeah, that is some super creative shot. Let me see. So I'm wondering, did we ever get a good understanding of where they were from, what their story was,
I don't think so.
their distance? We did know that there was some sort of distance. They met.
Right.
I don't know if it was online or just through school or so. They met and they had to travel.
Maybe. I think I was too focused on the video that I didn't hear like the vowels. So maybe.
They probably if we were to go back and just listen to
Right. Yeah.
what they were saying in their vows or what the couple or the best man was saying before
Yeah.
the beginning, then we might have a better
Yeah.
understanding.
Because I was too focused on like these epic shots.
That's awesome. I mean, you can just tell how happy this guy is,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and her too.
And he's got some moves on the dance floor.
I mean, like that's not a fake smile.
Right.
That's a real one. I've seen plenty of them that are not necessarily fake, but they're not truly happy like that. Like
Right,
like
yeah.
just thrilled that that's his day.
Just kind of want to get the day over with.
And I'm always more focused on the bride. I'd point one out of her also. That was just one that stuck out to me of him.
Celebrating the marriage between my best friend and his soul.
I know there was one where she was dancing and she looked very excited.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure which one you're trying to find.
I was just watching there. But I like even his use. We'll see if we can find one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But his use of when these poppers come out, just quickly reels them back in.
Right, yeah.
And then jumps back to the next cut.
Yep.
That's super cool.
But then he goes back to it. Nice dramatic slow motion.
Yeah. I love that he covers multiple angles of what they're doing.
Right.
So they're walking there on the street, and he gets the close up, he gets them walking by, just their feet. He zooms back out, and you see the entire building that they're walking by.
So my question is I wonder if there was a photographer there involved as well. Because I feel like he's directed this entire wedding, like all the shots, all the angles, multiple cameras, multiple focal lengths.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if there was also a photographer involved as well, or if it was just pure video.
I'm sure there had to be a photographer. I didn't notice any flashes in the video. There might have been some. I didn't notice a photographer. I know I've shot plenty where I kind of treat them at times as they're just part of the day.
Right.
I try to get them out of the shot. I don't want their flashes necessarily. But I understand for the video, if they're going to be, behind this giant crowd, I'm getting a wide shot of the crowd dancing.
Exactly, they might show up.
Yeah, they might
Or
show
their
up.
flash
They'll be
might go
walking
off.
around. Yeah, and I did just.
But
see,
yeah, I just haven't seen any, glimpse of a photographer or
Yeah.
anything, and just the way that this almost feels like a movie rather than just a wedding film. I mean, it's just so well thought out. So I'm curious, if there was a photographer involved. We might have to.
I'm sure. I don't think you can get married at that venue with
And
that
not
kind of
have
with
a
that kind of view and
photographer.
not
Yeah,
have a
true.
photographer. I know everybody's a photographer these days, but I don't think you can do that.
Right.
I did see this shot here coming up of her going crazy there with her smile.
Oh yeah.
It was a little, I mean, they're having fun.
Oh, for sure.
Knowledge here where many stories are
Yeah, you've got to have a photographer with that.
Yeah.
You have to.
and it's the story of us.
And I think what's important is his good audio
Yeah,
of the
true.
group talking. He knew they were going to do their own vows.
Right.
It wasn't just to repeat after me. I didn't look closer, but I'm sure there's a mic on the groom also.
I
Not
think
just
there
the
was one on the
officiant.
lapel.
I think so.
Or not? Is that?
It looks like maybe they are by the
Yeah.
boutonniere.
I can't wait to write the next volumes.
I love that ring too.
That means that we have to rewrite.
Yeah, but like you were saying, it almost feels like this was a shoot about a wedding and not a wedding that he shot at.
Yeah.
Like he planned it all out so well. He got all these unique shots that make it feel like they were there to film it.
Right,
And that
right.
was the whole point of the event. I think that's super cool.
He's great at coloring too, because I see some shots are straight out of the camera, or at least it looks like it, and then some shots have been graded for that cinematic mood to them. So I'd be interested to see, what he shot. A, what camera did he shoot on? B, what picture profile he shot on.
Yeah. I want to find, you've seen a couple stop motions in his video. And there's one, I think, of the rings or something moving across a map. Do you remember
I
that?
think that was towards the beginning.
I know we just saw shoes going.
Yeah, that one.
There's this one too. I think there's another one somewhere. But I love his use of stop motion. That's not something you see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that plane, again, something you can't just have a hand in there and like you're like a
Right,
little
yeah.
kid zooming a plane through. Like you have to think that out and set that up. Take a few minutes to do that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Meanwhile your bride's getting ready,
Right.
and you don't want to miss something.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
to do stuff like that, he might have the second videographer there to help out, or he
Right,
can
yeah.
do that, and the other guy can set up, or who knows what it is. But that's super cool. So a personal interaction with the couple, not getting a little bit more personal touch with it.
Yeah, they have to be huge travelers or met, across the world. Maybe
Yeah.
he was on vacation, she was on vacation. Maybe they went to school together.
Well, we'll have to watch again later. And
Hence the library. I don't
actually
know.
listen to it and figure out where the Peabody Library is too.
Yeah.
There's a good chance it's in the Washington D.C. area where he is,
Looks like it.
given the architecture. And
Yeah. That's cool. I love that
That's
transition.
cool. I didn't even catch that the first time.
I didn't either.
But I want to go watch it again because that was really awesome. Yeah, so he just threw the camera up from
Yeah.
the outside shot and then came up from the grass in the next shot.
Yep.
Stitched them together well.
Yeah, I totally dig that shot.
And even just his playing with the music that's going on.
Yeah.
He slowed the song slowed down, and then he put down some slow
Right.
shots, some slow-mo. The song built back up, and they're going in.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And-
super cool. I'm curious what he used for that.
Another one of those sneaky shots
Yeah.
in the bookshelves. Look at that. Super cool. I mean, you almost can't go wrong when the couple is just deeply in love with each other.
Right.
Like,
But I don't know if you noticed that other
I
cool
did, yeah.
transition.
and you almost don't even, you think they were just both dancing on
Yeah,
opposite sides of the
exactly, yeah.
room.
It's cool because I even think he used like a cell phone camera for that selfie shot of him and the kid, like right there,
Might have, yeah. Yeah, it looked a little bit different.
which gives you that more personal touch.
Love it. So what are a few things that stood out to you?
I'm a huge color grading fan.
Yeah.
So the colors to set the mood. So like that old school grainy cinematic look.
I love that.
I noticed some shots were super contrasty with crushed blacks, which I'm a huge fan of from the photo side of things. So
Yeah.
seeing that in a video was really neat with the dress laid out. And obviously all his like transitions and just his creativity with the stop motion was
Yeah.
really cool. What about you?
I've been following him on Instagram. That's how we met a few years back, and man, just his creativity in the shots and what he goes into that shoot knowing that he's going to play in some stop motions.
Right.
I think typically with some of the decorations and like the rings, things like that, the transitions. I mean, he plans that shoot out. He plans
Yes.
it. He
You
plans
can
it.
tell it's well thought out.
Yeah, he didn't just arrive, shoot, and then. I mean, there's a lot you can do in editing to make it pretty cool, but you can tell those were things that he thought out, and he wants it to be a fun memory for the couple.
Right, exactly.
I'm assuming,
Just-
being a fun couple, he definitely tailored this video to fit them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and that's always I think the case. If you have a couple, not that they're boring, but they're just more, a little bit quieter. They're focused on each other. And
So
their
that's
love.
where I'm curious. Is it a friend or did they reach out to him?
It feels like they're friends.
Yeah, that's what I would
mean,
think.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know that's a lot of connections happen through friends or friends of friends, but I don't know. From what I've seen with his interactions with his couples and stuff just online, it seems like he takes time to become their friend beforehand, or he's just one of those guys that you're just instantly kind of his friend,
Right, exactly.
when you meet him. And a lot of it's, if that's your style, that's who you are as a videographer. You tend to find business that fits that.
Right, exactly.
And if you find other ones that don't fit with you, you learn over the years, start weeding them out. You can be more selective with who you're working with. And I think fun couples, now that he's done many videos over the years, but after he did a few and found a style, you're a fun couple. You want a fun video. You find some fun videos
Right.
from a videographer. That's where you keep going with that.
Exactly.
So yeah, he found a style, I think, probably pretty quickly. He's learned some great things along the way, I'm sure. And he makes some really cool videos.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing. I'm definitely going to follow him on Instagram. We'll link that in the description down below. I'm even interested on the gear that we can just put down in the description below what gear he used, because I'm very interested in behind the scenes gear. How he might have colored or done the transitions. Was it in camera? Was it a mix of in camera with some, blur as it transitions into something else? Kind of ask him, what was your approach to this?
Yeah. And we'll see if we can track down some of his equipment that he used, and maybe a little blurb of just, give us some information about this shoot. Like, how did you meet them? How was the day? What was it like? See if we can include that down below.
We'll even put down in the description below the gear that we're using for this shoot right here, whether it's the lights that you're interested in, the mics, or the camera lenses setup. We'll link everything, what he shot, what we shoot, or what we like to shoot with, down in the description below.
So if you guys like this video, we plan to do many more. We just want to build the community of wedding filmmakers across the country and across the world. So if you like it, like, subscribe, comment down below, check out our gear in the comments, start sharing it with your friends, try to get some other videographers connected. If you have a video that you would like us to review now or in the future, just send us a message here on YouTube to get started.
Or reach out to us on Instagram. We'd love to connect with you guys, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let's create a community. We wanted to create a platform for everyone. So comment down below about this video. What was your favorite thing about the video? Was it the transitions? Was it the old school look, the stop motion? Comment down below what you like, and then comment down below any other videographers that you might want us to take a look at, and or maybe even tag them in the comments below or on Instagram.
All right, we'll see you next time.